Hello, hi everybody. This is Blessing. I'm here to share my personal development journey with you. And if you've been following this podcast, you will know that this is the podcast where I review the current books and the courses that I'm going on or that I've read on my journey of becoming a millionaire. So, the book we are reviewing is this book, We Should All Be Millionaires by Rachel Rodgers. And today we are looking at the topic of how do you develop $1 million systems? So, Rachel is very hot on systems. And so, I'm going to share the chapter summary with you. Rachel says that thinking begets more scarcity thinking. So she says, stop treating every dollar as if it's your last and challenge your limiting beliefs around money. Okay. She says, I promise you, you can make so much more money than you think you can. And the reason Rachel is saying that is because there seems to be a school of thought that in order to become a millionaire, you have to scrimp, you have to save, you have to be frugal, don't buy any lattes, don't enjoy yourself. And Rachel's like, no, I want to have it all. Okay. So she believes use that energy to actually create more wealth than trying to scrimp and save. And I must say, I subscribe to Rachel's way of thinking because I want to have the good life. I want to enjoy myself. So why scrimp and save all the time and not be able to enjoy life? If you want to have the latte, the coffee, have it. Just learn to replace that money. And that's basically Rachel's approach, which I totally share. Her second point is that you should commit to paying attention to your money. She says, do not outsource your financial management or decisions. Instead, put on your big girl panties and handle it. And I think it's really true because it's so easy to delegate finances to others. It's easy to say, oh, let me get a bookkeeper, let me get a cashier, let me get this person, let me get that person, let my accountant do everything. Rachel is like, be a big girl, all right? Put on your big girl panties and handle it. And I totally subscribe to that. Thirdly, Rachel says set up your $1 million system for managing your money, which includes tracking things like your net worth, credit score, and daily spending. Now, at the Christian Millionaire Book Club, very early on, we realized that the way we will know we become millionaires is that we need to track our net worth. And your net worth is basically all your assets minus your liabilities. So, what I do is that in my calendar, once a month, I do a calendar reminder. It's a recurring calendar reminder saying track your net worth. Okay, track your net worth. Because you see, if you don't track it, you won't know whether your net worth is going up or whether it's going down. She says, check your credit score. So on my phone, I don't have it next to me, but I've got an app called Credit Karma. And Credit Karma is really good. When your score goes up, they notify you. When it goes down, they notify you. So it's I just get into the habit of just checking the notification and seeing what's going on with my credit. Then she says, your daily spending, you need to check it. So a habit I've developed is every day, especially in the morning, just check all my online bank accounts and see what's going on. Sometimes I notice there are payments going through that I never I never decided to pay for. So I'm paying companies that I don't even know what service they provided me. And when I notice that, I quickly cancel that direct debit and then move forward. But you see, if you don't take time to actually check your bank account, you will not know what's going on. She says it includes researching and creating a business entity and business bank account and going to Money Church every week. So for Rachel, we should all go to Money Church. What's Money Church? Money Church is having a day. Just like if you're a believer, a Christian, you go to a church on a Sunday. She says, have a day where you check your money. A date with your finances, basically. That's what Rachel calls a money church. And then she says, finally, stop listening to personal finance gurus who tell you to scrimp and save every dollar you have and that debt is the devil. And this made me laugh when I read it because there are some personal finance gurus who literally say debt is so bad, get out of debt. But if you remember the story in the Bible with the widow lost her husband, unfortunately, and the creditors were coming to take her sons to be slaves. And the Bible says that the widow woman went to Elisha, the prophet, and said, "Help, my husband's dead. They're coming to take my son, and I'm going to be so distraught. So help." And firstly, Elisha said, "What do you have?" And she said, "I don't have anything. I just have a little jar of oil, and that's it." And he said, "Go and borrow. Go and borrow, go and borrow, go and borrow all the vessels you can, and then go into your room with your son, shut the door, and keep pouring the oil into each of the vessels." She obeyed the man of God. She did that. And then, once all the vessels were filled, she then said to Elisha, "Okay, so man of God, I've done that. What should I do next?" And he said, "Go and sell." So you see, in order for her to be able to create her business, she actually had to borrow. And so sometimes when we hear these personal gurus saying, "get out of debt," I know a lot of the time they mean consumer debt. But I think there is certain debt that is useful and indeed necessary. Many of the big companies that are existing today, they would not have become big on just the individual's money alone. So if it's debt to actually grow and develop your business, personally, I don't see why not. What she says is that instead, focus on earning more and recognize that debt is sometimes necessary to increase your earning potential. Voila. That's exactly what I just said. Sometimes debt is absolutely necessary. If you're enjoying this podcast, please let me know. Put a message in the chat and just let me know what you're learning and what your key takeaways are. Thank you so much for listening. Take care and God bless. Have a good evening. Bless you. Bye bye.